To take a plane to another plane, to another plane, to another plane, bumping Baka not nice while I'm trapping in the rain.
I still can't hear you.
I hear you now. Do you hear me?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Hey, okay.
Yes, sir.
What's good, man? You look
Chairman
good.
in the building.
How you doing, bro?
Dang, I'm shooting, baby.
Hey, that's what's up,
Shubin,
man. What's up? You looking healthy, man?
Oh, always, man. You know me.
Staying safe out here?
I was born back by beside an apple tree.
The apple don't fall far from the tree, eh?
Nah, word, man. R.I.P., man. Fuck, gotta smoke up, man.
Yo, real talk, man. How you doing, bro? How's everything?
Honestly, like, I just came from Dufferin Islands. I don't know if you know Dufferin Islands.
I don't really.
It's in Niagara Falls. Pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, I just went for a walk with the lady.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, for everybody that doesn't know, this is my boy, Lil Nucci, right here. This is episode 6 of Ezza Trip Balls. So, thank you very much for coming on the show, my man. I really appreciate
Thanks for
you.
having me, guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. Lil Nucci just dropped his new EP, Urban Legend. 7 tracks of straight fire. I've been bumping it since it came out.
Straight Corona.
You unleashed the sickness on the world, bro. You dropped that EP, and then the whole world went nuts.
Isn't that crazy?
It's wild stuff, man. That's how it goes, man.
Yo, man, I was so choked.
Well, what sucks is all of a sudden now no shows, no nothing, right? Like you can't do anything to promote your record, right?
Man, you're taking it right off my brain and just saying it, bro. I'm sort of God, like.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I know for you, like that's a big part of your game plan is getting out there and getting your face out there and being with the people, right? So for you, I know that's a big devastating hit, like right after this for everything to shut down, right after you drop your EP, that is. It fucking sucks, but people still seem to be listening, bro. So that's really what's important. Like you got listeners, you got fans. So I'm glad. How's the response been on your end?
On my side, like I got like good and bad. You know what I mean?
Getting some negative response,
but it's like indirect negative. It's not like, "Hey man, you suck," or like
that's
hey,
good. I'm glad nobody's saying that.
My guy, you know, and I would, you know, fuck, I'm still growing. I'd rather appreciate that, but nah, like my mom's pretty happy.
Well, it's your first project, right? It's like your first release, if I'm correct, right? You never had like a mixtape or anything before this?
Negative.
Yeah, so for that, like it's a real solid project, bro. Like I've been listening to it. It's fucking great, bro. You know, Kid Hiss did an amazing job with the production, and you've been killing it, bro. So you know, it's really great to hear a solid project come together. I wanted to ask,
lighter, man. I can't be on this with my mans and I'm smoking, man. Let me get a lighter, please. Huh?
Yeah, I wanted
back,
to.
Man.
Yeah, you have to smoke. It's the Trips Balls show, man.
This is Ez, man. Do some
That's what's up.
Do some shit like be wild. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Damn, boy. But you're absolutely right about that, though. Like, I look right at hits and I'm like, yo, son, like, why is this happening now? Like, what the fuck? Like,
it's the worst timing, bro.
For all of us.
Honestly, like, man. And right before the summer, too. And, like, shit looks like it's gonna, if it doesn't extend until the summer, then it's still gonna affect a lot of businesses until the summer, you know? So it's gonna be
I'm looking at the working man and he's looking at me like, brother, you got some weed?
That's fucking hilarious, right? It's funny how the tables turn, eh?
It's not even that they turn, it's just the playing field even. Everybody's human now.
That's true. That's very true. I look at that as one of the positive that's one of the positive things I think that's come of this is that everybody is human and we are all in this together, you know, whatever you believe about the situation, we still just need to help each other through it and shit like that and do what we can. So
listen, I'm on the interview, you can't be doing this. You know, get a fabulous big Lil Nucci Urban Legend out. You go get it.
That's what's up. So let's talk about Urban Legend, bro. I wanted to ask you. I'm gonna light mine too. Out here, bro.
I got that grabber that you already know, cuz.
So I wanted to ask you like how you ended up on the title Urban Legend. I know you had a few different titles in mind for your first project in the last,
Mhm.
few months that you were working on it and stuff. How did you land on Urban Legend?
Um, we were high one time in the basement, and we're talking about like where we were, like the name, like and then somebody just kind of like just threw it at me, like, yo, bro, you're like an urban legend, dog, like like
Good
you're
title.
from. They're like, yo, you're from Jamaica, like you made it out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you went to jail. You made it out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You had kids, like you. They're like, yo, man, you like Scarface, B. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, no, I see that for sure. Especially for your first project, it's a great like introduction, Especially like the fact that you're repping the Niagara area, Niagara Falls and shit, like you probably are out of anybody from this area, you are the urban legend, bro. Like there's no question about it, Like everybody knows about you, but not everybody knows about you. So it's a
yeah,
great way
yeah.
to introduce yourself.
You know what's funny too? Uh, them boys are trying to lock me up, right? So it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I saw that. I didn't well,
Urban legend, baby.
I didn't want to
Urban
ask
legend.
you about that. I didn't want to ask you about that on camera. You brought it up though,
It's
but
like it's out there. It's like it's out there. As soon as this shit's taking care of this fucking whatever this bug that's running around, um, I would call them. My lawyer straight. My lawyer just said, "Yo, bro, like, I can't even crack to you right now because he can't even move."
yeah. No, I
So,
figure I'm just glad to see that you're free and moving and shit. And I know
mhm.
that you're a stand-up guy. You're gonna take care of it one way or another. So
I mean, it's petty shit, anyways. It's like a small shit, but like
yeah, no,
But yeah, whatever.
it ain't nothing that's
Part of
gonna
it.
make the news.
It's part of my story. That's how I'm looking at it right now. Like, because if the world is at jeopardy, then who the fuck cares, right? So.
I love that status, and you're like, is probation closed down yet?
You feel me? Because that's how my head was at. I'm like, yo, I was in my notes and I was writing. I'm like, wait, that's so like what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I even looked at my homie. I'm like, yo, don't you have court? Like, are you going to court? He's like, bro, my lawyer told me beat it. Like, he's like,
Wow.
you basically told him beat it. He's like, yo, I'll holler at you.
Wow. Imagine what's
Yeah.
going on in America, bro. All the open cases and shit that are just getting not dealt with at all. Like
You know what?
actual shit.
You're absolutely right about that. I agree with that. Because you see, 3 days ago, I talked to my sister for the first time in like 28 years, fam.
Damn. Where is she at?
Florida. She's a pharmacist. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? All of this info I'm giving you is new to me. I'm still opening the package, like, you feel what I'm
Crazy.
saying? She calls me every morning now,
Well, that's good.
and she actually just quit her job because they stopped giving her the mask and they stopped doing that, and then because she's at the CVS, like she dealing with sick motherfuckers.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I can swear on this, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, bet.
Well, I mean, respects to her for even working as long as she did in that situation, So
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody can blame her for stepping down at this point.
No, she good though. It's
That's
crazy,
good.
boy. My grandma and a lot of my American family are in New York,
Okay.
and my mom is like the gatekeeper of all that. She's like the oracle of all that, the whole side of the family. So like, she never said nothing to me, so I know that they're great.
Yeah. Well, New York's a scary place right now, So it's probably if it's no news is good news, then that's good then, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Hello. Can you tell Tyler I'm in the interview? I'm gonna call him back after. Oh, that's great. Studio. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, for real, dog. Like New York's always been a scary place, but now it's like, damn, like, you know.
I was gonna
And
ask, did you ever spend any time in New York?
not in the last decade.
Okay, fair enough.
No, but I did spend a lot of time in New York for real. Like when I first came from Jamaica, I used to go every summer. You feel me? And
What part of New York?
the BX, the Bronx,
Mm,
specifically the Bronx. Yeah, South Bronx.
wow, that's amazing, man. I didn't know that that was part of your story, bro.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it, as you know, where we come from, man.
Well, already, bro.
Well, yeah, even those places I've been to every borough too. Harlem, every borough except for Staten Island. I never went to Staten Island.
No Wu-Tang killers.
Nah, Mr. Wu-Tang. I went to Queens though. I was in Queens. I was in Harlem. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere, bro. That's
Harlem's
what's
a
up. That's
different world.
legendary, bro. That's big for hip hop. So let me like segue into that. Like, what for you growing up, was it always hip hop? Or you said that you came from Jamaica originally. Were you into Jamaican music originally, or was it always hip hop for you?
You know what? I grew up close to my grandma, so she played shit from like 1940s. Like she was playing blues. No, she was not real talk. She was playing some stuff that I'm listening to right now. And I'm like, whoa, like damn, like you know what I mean? Now that I understand where these people, because a lot of the people she was listening to, like they were going through shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, for sure.
as far as the government shit, like the world was fucked up back then too in the 40s. You know what I mean? They're going
Oh
through.
yeah. I mean, it was a lot worse in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like for artists to step out and still do that with no Wi-Fi and no nothing,
That's really incredible, right?
that's
It's
not. And there
unbelievable.
was still, and
How do they even make it to the studio?
man,
Where do you know what I mean? Like, it's wild, right?
never mind going world tours. These dudes are doing world tours.
Unbelievable, man.
You
And
feel me?
coming from the struggle, right?
To whereas my grandma, my little grandma in a third world country is playing it for her grandson while she's cleaning the house.
Unbelievable, right? The power of music, man.
Why? Shout out Shoe Gang.
Already, man. It's something else. So when did you get into hip hop, and how long did it take before you to realize that you can do it too, you know?
When did I get into hip hop? I'll be honest with you. I don't even consider me, you, and like as in like the shit that we do. I don't even consider it like hip hop. Like we're not hip hop. We just musicians, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we just make music. Like me, you, and him can sit in a room and we fucking make a techno joint. Like it's good, huh?
No, 100%.
So, but when
100%.
I get the second part of your question, like the realization part is like.
But you're like a good rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like, for sure you can do other things, but you're talented at rapping, you know?
Yeah.
So that comes from somewhere, you know? Like you must have had some influences in the rap game growing up when you were younger, that made you realize that you can also do that, you know? And then but let me also ask, did you being a musician and an artist start with being a rapper, or did you do other things first and then realize you could rap?
Telling you, yeah. The Kush business it was more of me like, you know what, like let me write a song, like, and the song wasn't like I wasn't like let me write a rap song. You know what I mean? Right. I'm just like let me try to rhyme shit and like make it sound cool. You know what I'm saying? Like so, my influences for real was like my dad, like and a lot of Jamaican artists were, I think, would made me comfortable with doing music. You know what I mean? Like
Interesting.
Like I seen dudes like Shabba Ranks, and Sizzla and Capleton and Ninja Man, and like I was in their neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? Like they drive by my grandma's house through their big Jeeps and blasting music. You know what I mean? So I think it was like it's kind of the same relevance in New York if you seen 50 Cent driving on your block.
Right. That would be who
every
your
day,
influence
like,
is.
With G and they pop and they're on the radio and then they're right in front of you. And then people around you are speaking about them.
Huh. That's wild. So it's not even, it's more so the fact that Like they really made you realize that you could do it because they made you realize that someone who's from where you're from can do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Huh.
100%. I think that's like Nipsey Hussle's whole shit. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty universal. Like that message right there is seems to permeate through a lot of like influential hood people, like a Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? Like that type of mentality seems to permeate through the hood. Like you need to see somebody from where you're from doing it, and then you know you can do it at that point. You know, so that's how these people are so influential.
I think you're absolutely right about that, because even like in the urban, not even the urban, like what would you say, like the rich areas, like a young kid in his house is looking at Gretzky like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's more about just,
it doesn't even matter if it's music or something else. It's like you're seeing people from your area do something that could lead to success, money, affluence, influence.
The whole my nigga, my nerve, the whole ambience, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And those kids are watching how their dads and moms are speaking about these people, and it's a rap. Right there, you just seem like, you know what? I like that, and I might try that. Like, you accept it right away, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's wild. I think it was like Biggie and Busta Rhymes, like they said something similar to you, where it was like it was those Jamaican artists that their parents were listening to and that they saw in their hoods and shit, and that they heard their parents speak about highly, that influenced them to start being melodic and being rhythmic with their rhyming and shit like that. And that's why you get two very different artists that really changed the game in their own ways. Busta Rhymes and Biggie both had like incredible flows, and it comes from that Jamaican influence, right? Where they were flowing in a way that wasn't necessarily like hip hop influence, it was just musical, you know?
Mm-hmm. Both those guys are timeless.
Yeah.
Like, you give beat any beat right now. You can put Busta or Biggie on it. Like,
honest to God, right? And it would sound hype.
And like you said, people probably fuck with it. Like, yo, shit, like, even though, you know what I mean, it's not their time. Like, if they put them on these beats right now, they destroy it. Like,
well, that's why I love when Busta hopped on that "Look at Me Now" song with fucking Chris Brown and Lil Wayne, right? And it was like so not in his demographic, that type of beat and the audience that song was going to, right? But he fucking hopped on that and just bodied it, right? And everybody, like when that verse drops, everybody goes nuts, right away, of course. It's fucking bananas, right? So it's just great when somebody can like come pop into the new era and just fucking body it, just be like, yeah, this is what timelessness is, you know?
For real, man. And it's like, let me give you a little insight on like that song specifically. It's crazy you dropped for that song, because the first time I heard that song, I was at my mom's house in Toronto, and I was on house arrest, and my dad just came from Jamaica, like not even 2 years. And I was sitting on the couch, and like I said, my dad, you know what I mean, running around playing music or whatnot. He came to me with the headphones, and he's like, "Yo, listen to this new Busta, and Chris Brown, and look who we in."
Wow.
So I'm like, then when Busta went on, I was like,
dude,
like Wayne did his thing too, you know.
Wayne really did, though. Like to come after Busta and still have a memorable verse that everybody loved. Like Wayne's verse is fire. He really did his goddamn thing, man. He fucking bodied it too. But yeah, Busta's verse was just so legendary because that wasn't the type of song he would normally hop on, you know. Whereas Wayne, I think, was more in his element there, you know. But yeah, what a song. And that's one that it's so funny you said your dad was fucking with it, because that is one of those songs that like anybody could fuck with. Like you play that and you're gonna move, like you can't not, right? Doesn't matter how old you are. Like,
oh, that's crazy. You got me thinking real talk. Like he must have like been sitting there here listening to it, and then he ran upstairs like, "Yo, listen to this." Like he's indirectly influencing me to go towards the music. Like,
yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
Shout
Man.
out my dad, man.
Yeah, 100%, man. So
Yeah,
fuck, tell me a little bit more of your story, bro.
Shit. I had a heartbreaking moment like 3 weeks ago. Like this, like the first shoes that I wore to perform, I lost them joints. Like, and those joints, you know, you probably don't remember them, but I was wearing them when you first met me.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So the first, and that was my first performance, and it was on New Year's, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a special night, man. There was
I lost
some
them shoes. I felt like I lost a part of me. I felt like like if like when Tupac lost one of his poems or some shit.
yeah, some serious sentimental value there, right? It was a big
Yeah, I
fucking
ain't never wore them
important
shits.
night,
I
bro.
ain't never wore them shits after that.
That was it.
And then, and I'm losing them. I was like, yo, damn, yo, I'll never let that happen ever again in my whole life.
Yeah, no, that was big. That was big.
Shit, my son's influenced me a lot too.
Craziness.
You
yeah,
know?
that's important. That's
my first
important.
son. My first son, especially right now, because like when I was doing my thing, like I was listening to Max B all day, like you know, Bigger Valley. Holy shit,
I've been bumping Max B lately, bro, because they just put out a compilation.
I won't even lie, man. Bigger Valley kind of raised me, like, you feel what I'm saying? He has a part in this too. You feel me?
Oh, I love that so much because me and you have never talked about that, but Max B is a big influence on me as well, bro. Like,
I gotta give it up.
You gotta hear like every time I mention wavy or wave or anything in a song, like that's the Max B influence, bro. Like I fully acknowledge that like he started such a big fucking he started a wave, bro. He started a wave with those waves, bro. That's the wave god right there, man. Everybody gotta show respect. Free Max B all day.
I'm not gonna take no shots at Drake on your show, but I feel like if Max didn't get locked up, Drake wouldn't have had it as a big as step, like that whole Little Wayne and him meeting Jay Prince. It wouldn't have been as because Max would have still been killing shit, and he probably would have signed to G Unit with 50 Cent, and we'd all be over here riding the wave.
It is kind of wild how much of a difference in hip hop that like that Jenga piece, right? If you imagine it being Jenga, you pull Max B out, and a lot fell down after that.
Ooh,
you know,
you said it. That was a good one.
Yeah. It's strange the like the chain reaction that Max B getting locked up had, you know, because then you got like Dipset fell apart after that too. Like they ain't doing shit.
The whole shebang. It just became the Drake show.
Everything's the Drake show. The whole game is the Drake show, bro.
If you're in your feelings, you'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go fuck with J. Cole for a bit. You know what I mean? I want to go sit. You know what I mean? And just be easy with J. Cole for like couple mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, a couple mixtapes.
Eventually, you're gonna be this is back to Drake show.
It's kind of insane, right? And like obviously being in Canada too, like you can't go anywhere, turn on the radio or nothing without Drake being everywhere, right? He's everywhere. Especially when the fucking Raptors won and that motherfucker was like
it's
on the
over
side.
now.
That was it. That was the fucking move of the millennium, bro.
Bro, that was the sauce on the beef rib.
Like how insane is that happened for that man? That guy has powers over the universe, bro. I swear to God. Like nobody. Like I used to say that Jay-Z had those powers, but I think Drake might even have surpassed Jay-Z now.
Yeah.
At his age too, if he gets 100%. Him a Beyonce, it's a real rap at that point. Drake wins officially because that motherfucker just like the universe works for Drake. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right because you watch this. Because remember, Hov invested in the ball team and they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I mean, he did a great thing though. He brought a team to his city. Like you know what I mean? Like yo, Brooklyn, hold that. Like that's you. Like Drake, Toronto's already Raptors is already there.
Yep. Drake just
And it
hopped
just
on the
like,
fucking sidelines and changed the whole like imagery and the whole what am I looking for? Branding, the whole branding of the team,
you're
and
right,
just
you're
brought
right.
new energy and fucking packed that stadium. And next thing you know, they're fucking world champions, man. And Drake is right there on the bus, riding the bus with the team and shit. Like,
Can I
come
get a
on, son.
shot? You take a shot, man. We need to take a shot for that. Can I get a
Now he's
shot?
got a giant jumbo jet, a personal jumbo jet painted by Virgil Abloh, man.
Oh,
Painted like the sky.
the list goes on, man. His last video is nuts. Like,
Yeah, the man. I used to hate on him all the time, and I can't even hate on him anymore, bro. Like I just have to give it up. Who am I to sit here hating on Drake? At the end of the day, the man is winning at life.
yeah.
He lost to Pusha T. That is, I will say that Pusha T, but he still is winning at life over Pusha T. I mean, Pusha T has a pretty good life, I'm sure, but he doesn't have Drake's
Mhm,
goddamn life. All right, Drake's living a
mhm.
whole other fucking universe, man.
And then you know that one's kind of like up and down with it because you could be living a better life than somebody, but that person is more happy than you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So as far as happiness
that's true.
goes,
I don't see any lack of happiness in Pusha T. Pusha T doesn't
yeah,
give a god.
he look
Pusha T
comfy,
doesn't
he
give
look
a
good.
fuck
He
about
look
the
like
size of Drake's pool or whatever, you know.
he looked like he rolled his own blunts.
I guarantee he probably still does, man.
You feel me?
And
So,
pour it up the Hennessy at the same time, man.
you know, shout you out though. This is great. This is absolutely marvelous. Like when you said when I seen that post that you have the podcast, I
Yeah.
was like, this boy.
I'm glad you like it, man. And I had in mind from the beginning, I'm like, I know I need to get
Bro,
Nucci on this shit, man.
the last like 11 months I've been hearing motherfuckers running around me. Yo, let's make a podcast, boys. Make a podcast, boys.
Everybody talks about it, right? And I've been guilty of that myself. Like I've been
Oh
talking about
shit.
it for a long time. I've been talking
I
about it
have
for a
to.
long time. But I finally said, you know what, it's time to fucking do it. And then you know what happened is this whole fucking pandemic hit at the same time. So now there ain't shit else to do anyway. Like all we can really do is fucking video chat with people and shit. So you might as well just record it
You're right.
and edit it a little bit, make it look nice, turn it into a podcast, you know? So I started doing it anyway. And then it ended up just working out where now it's like easy to do one once a week, you know? So, but thank you. Respects on the love on that, bro.
Bro,
Like,
when
people
you blow up, man,
all seem
remember
to be
me,
showing
man.
love. So,
When you blow up, remember me, all right?
oh, you're one of the first ones on the list, doc. Don't you worry,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? But yeah, remember me? I was on the first 6 episodes. I'm
When
still
you
here,
blow up,
baby.
remember me. When you blow up, remember me. That's the
100%.
deal. One or the other.
Man, the world's gonna know Shroom Gang. I promise you that.
Yo, it's only
I
just
promise you
begun,
that.
man.
Yeah.
One way or another, it's happening.
Yeah, man. You know what? Let's speak about some the COVID shit because it fucked up the award show this year. It might have.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I don't know what's going on. Like,
Yeah, what's up with the award show? Like,
I
are we
know.
going there or what? Like,
Well, it's normally in September, so they're probably waiting it out just to see how it's looking, you know? Like maybe things might be okay by then.
yeah, because I
But
know I want to see some Shroom Gang up there. I want to see some kid hits. I want to see some trip balls. You know what I'm saying? No homo.
you
You know what
know,
I'm
we
saying?
all got to be there, man, this time.
Yeah, man. We
Yeah.
mobbing this year. We mobbing that joint this year.
Yeah, we got to take
I
over the
promise
whole
you.
category, man.
Bro, that red carpet is ours.
Yeah, it has to
Like,
be.
that's the blank.
We're bringing
I be taking
sleeping
that
bags.
shit. Yeah, for real. Like, you know, shit. Yo, I got some new music. You know, and
Yeah, I was gonna ask what's next, man.
shit, I got some new music still. We could really get busy, but like, you know how it is, man. Being in the industry type, you know, mind state. So I don't really like. I'm not that guy that's like on Instagram playing his music. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna
Yeah,
see
I don't
that.
like to do that either, man.
I get it. It's promotion. I get it. But like, to be honest with you, it's like, it's just not me. Like, if you want to listen to music, go on the website and press play, motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like I'll put something on there to promote it when I drop it, but then that's about it, man. And occasionally I'll promote it on my story or something, but not gonna have 200 posts about the same one song or whatever, you know.
Nah,
And
and
the other thing is people playing music that they haven't put out yet, and then it's like you wait for that song, and then that song never even fucking drops because you realize that they didn't even fucking, you know what I mean? They maybe only recorded like the chorus or something, like they didn't even finish the
yeah,
song, and they're just playing that one part, like, oh, I got a fucking hit coming, and
yeah.
meanwhile, like you ain't even made the whole song yet. You know what I mean? It's just like, and then it never ends up even dropping half the time, and it's like, yeah,
Can
people
I get a
just need to
shot,
be
please?
more like selective with what they're
Oh,
doing on the internet. You know, you don't want 1,000 posts promising something that never happens, and then that's gone, that's there forever. You know, like.
I don't know, but I just be seeing a lot of the American artists. They be on it a lot, you know. But I get it. It's broke, man, right?
Yeah, it's
Shit. I might fuck around and end up doing it myself, nigga.
well, the thing is, I feel like if you once you get to the point where you have like you turn on live and within 30 seconds there's hundreds of people in there, you know. I feel like that's the
Yes.
point where it would get pretty addicting, and I see how these guys do get addicted to it. It's like anytime you're bored, you can have fucking 1,000 people tuning into whatever the fuck you're doing, and you can interact with them, and you could fucking, like, that sounds like a pretty good cure for boredom, right? But it's like, it also sounds like a fucking addiction. A lot of good cures for boredom turn into addictions, you know. That could be
Shout out
one for
Pornhub.
sure.
Shout out Pornhub.
Yeah, shout out Pornhub, shout out the casino, shout
That's
out
the first thing that hit me.
drugs.
As soon as they said, "Oh, we're not allowed to go outside no more," I'm like, "Wow, I should have invested in Pornhub one of these motherfuckers, man."
Honestly,
these guys,
bro.
Netflix and all these niggas, I'm like, "Damn,
Netflix, Pornhub, and Disney Plus.
damn."
I think they unleashed this virus together, man. It's like that's the real conspiracy. It's all fucking Pornhubs. They got the money.
Oh man, it's crazy. The politics behind this shit is deep, though.
It is, bro. It's tough, man. It's tough. I think I don't even know what to think anymore. All I know is what I'm realizing, or at least is what's important to me, is that we all try to get along with each other at least, and at least if we the people can stay not fighting each other, then if they do use this as some way to try to keep us controlled, to keep us under, you know what I mean? If it is some plot to keep us under wraps, to keep us controlled and keep us locked in and keep us from expressing ourselves and loving each other and meeting new people and eventually rising up and starting revolutions against them, you know, if that's what they're eventually trying to stop us from doing, if that is the plot, then we need to unite together. We need to all be as united as possible. And if there is no plot and it is a fucking virus and it is a bat that got eaten and that just got set loose on the world, then in that case we still all need to unite and still all need to try to work together. It's still all
This is crazy.
So no matter what the situation is, and I don't know what I believe either, but no matter what the situation is, I believe what's important is that if it's the rich versus the poor, that the poor don't turn on each other. And we're all the poor. The poor is the middle class. The poor is the people in poverty. The poor is the homeless compared to people that have billions and billions of dollars, you know, and run industries and run corporations. They want us to all be turned on each other. So the more we're fighting about shit, the worse, right? So regardless what the whole situation is or what the politics behind it is, I think that we need to try to at least not be against each other in times like this and try to focus on who the enemy is, so to speak. And the enemy's not your neighbor, it's not your brother, it's fucking,
Yeah, definitely not.
you know what I mean?
You know, so funny. Where the KKK at?
Right?
For real, where the fuck is the KKK right now?
Like how silly,
always gathered.
How silly does that shit seem at times like this, you know? It's like,
you know what I'm saying? Them boys are like, remember, they like to gather. They like to ride around and, brotherhood. Okay.
Yeah.
Where you at, bro? Go get this Corona shit out of
here. You know?
Hey, come on, bro. Give us a hand, bro.
Yeah, exactly. They hate China, right? They don't like Chinese people.
Yeah, they don't like nobody. society but themselves.
Yeah, they're fucked, bro. And guess what? They got guns, and that's what I'm scared of. Is down there in
Yeah,
the
and they got
States, all these fucking these these white nationalist militias hiding in the woods with fucking hella guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they got
for
some
real.
scary shit going on down
They
there.
got bigger. They got bigger than guns. They got politicians. I ain't gonna say no names, but you
He
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
hit the nail on the head there, bro.
Yeah, I'm always
You're
gonna hit
right
the nail
about
on the
that.
head, man. I don't play none of that.
No, that's real talk, man.
But it just your cause doesn't make no sense now. It's like it never made any sense. You know what I mean? But the sense that you made it, when
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
5 cents.
Now that's not even valid, right?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, what is your cause? Like your cause doesn't make sense. A lot of people's cause don't make sense now because it's like you're just playing a shenanigan. You know,
Yeah,
it's just shenanigan. It's just a propaganda. It's just more of a cry for attention. Like, hey, look at me. This is how I want things to be. And it's like, you be all right. I think everybody else,
1,000%.
everybody's living good. Like, you know?
It's so funny to think about the things that people were worried about a few months ago, you know?
Yeah, for real.
And now it all seems so silly, man. It's all just like, you know what? Who gives a fuck? I'm good. My family's good. My friends are good. Fuck all that other shit, man.
Yeah, I got my little weeds, you know. You
I
go
got my
for a
weed.
little
That's
walk here
it,
and
man.
there. You know what else is funny as hell to me too is like because I spent time in jail, so I'm looking at my people's like that are in jail, like you get dinner. Aren't y'all smiling right now? Like y'all, nobody driving no Ferraris, nobody flying nowhere. You know what I mean?
Right?
Nobody's in no hotel with the Versace robes.
You
None
know,
of
it's like you
that.
said, even playing field, right?
Yeah, it's like motherfuckers got 3 square meals a day. You know what I mean? You gotta go to bed, wake up, go to bed, wake up. And some people got small ass apartments, so it's like really like you in jail. Like,
Yeah, honestly, man.
it's crazy.
Except at least people in jail know that their next meal's coming, you know?
Yo, you should try to hit up Nori, yo.
Who?
You should try to hit up Nori.
Nori like Nori?
Yeah, Noriega.
Oh, you think I have that kind of access, bro?
Man, you the shooting god. What are you
I
talking
know. Maybe
about?
I just got to start believing in myself, man.
Bro, you people out here believe in you, dog. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You don't none of that. You gonna hit up Nori?
I'm gonna hit up Nori, man, right
Yeah.
after this.
Keep
Oh shit, you're cutting out, man. Fuck, I'm losing you, bro. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Nucci, do we still got you?
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
All right, we're back.
I'm saying we ready again. I'm saying they're lucky we're not on Instagram live. Fucking it up.
You know, the beauty of editing.
Yo,
man.
yo. Bro. Because I can't hear this boy. Yeah. Yo, I got some videos, I just don't want to drop them yet.
Yeah, for what songs?
What they talking about?
Woo.
That one's done. And All In. I think it's the last song on Urban Legend.
Yeah, I was just
94
bumping
guy.
that.
That's that Tony Montana shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's Scarface horns in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That song's fun. I like that song. I have fun making that joint.
Some real boss vibes.
We made that at like 8:30 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah. I actually I woke up at like 6:30 and then I walked to the crib and the kid was like literally like in the middle of the baseline. Like, what? Let me hit this.
Fuck, bro, that's serious, man.
I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? You do a little Shroom Gang album, like, y'all definitely put me on the next album for sure.
Yeah, we gotta do a Dankonia part 2 with you on it too. That would really be some shit, bro.
You know, it's funny. My shorty sent me one of your songs like yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like last night. I can screenshot and send to you.
Okay. Well, respects to her, man. Thank you.
I think it was oh man, you were on like the CeeLo Green vibe, like fuck, dude. I forget. Yo, E. What's the song you sent me the other day? With Ezza. All right. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, look, the Dankonia one. I was like, shit.
I know, man.
These boys 6 months before.
It would have been perfect timing.
Yeah, I was like, damn, it's hot. Like, this is hard. Like, and it made me feel better about myself. Focus. Song called Focus.
Okay. Thank you.
Go bump that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs I ever made. So respects to Shorty for fucking with it, man. Fuck, what were we just saying? Shit, I lost you again.
Oh, I'm here. You didn't lose me.
Okay, you're good. All right. Yeah, Dankonia, man. Like that album dropped the day we met. You were wearing those shoes.
Bow. Oh my God, no.
So that's why another reason why that was so legendary, man. It was like,
wow.
And it's so funny you say like, why couldn't you have met 6 months earlier? It's just like, yeah, you would have definitely been on the album if we would have met 6 months earlier. But it's so funny
save me, sir. I was drowning. I was literally drowning until that, like, now that I look back at it, I was like, I was drowning, like, until I met, like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing,
Well, shit, that means a lot, bro. I really appreciate that. I knew it was a special night when we met, man. I knew that there's bigger things to come still. So a lot's gotten in the way.
They're still sleeping on breaks. Let me just put that out there. They're still sleeping on break.
Honestly, bro.
They sleep on break.
They really are.
Even if we gotta reshoot the video again, like, they sleeping on break, man.
Honestly, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. But that beat's crazy. You know what else is legendary? This is why the urban legend makes motherfucking sense. That room over there is the same room you sent me the beat, and I wrote the lyrics to break. Right there, that room in there.
Oh man, that was so great because that, like, at that point we had only met the one time still, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, like, I know Nucci would body this fucking song, right? Based on the shit that I saw you perform and you know what I mean? Like, I know he's going to body this song, but like, I don't know what his situation is. It's like how quickly he can write lyrics and get them back. I'm like, I don't know what the deal is. And then like literally the next day you had the verse. I had your verse in my fucking email. It's like, and you fucking bodied it, bro. I'm like, I knew this guy would come correct on that shit and fucking murk it. And then that's why I was like, this is your song, bro. Like you fucking, it was your first time just hopping on a song with me, and I was like, man, you got the shine on that as far as I'm concerned, bro.
I was happy because I didn't know if you would like it, bro. Like, no homo, like, and I'm like trying to, like, but I was just like, yo, like, I kind of rushed this, like, so I was like, damn, like. And then I sent it, and then when you email me back, like, yo, you was a killer, man. I was like, yeah, nigga. Then I couldn't wait, like, to hear it. And when you started shooting a video, I was like, damn, that's what, like, yo. See, now I'm saying, like, when I'm looking back at it, You didn't know nothing you was doing, boy.
Right?
Yeah, damn. I said salute you, man. Shoot gang for life. You feel me?
Hey man, we make shit happen, bro. And again, man, I feel all the same things towards you, bro. Like I know that the meaning, like it's all for something, bro, and it's coming, man. It's coming.
Oh yeah, yeah. Soon as I feel it too. I feel like as soon as like this whatever the situation they want to call it, because like we can't even go perform nowhere because we can't even have 10 people in the crowd. So
Yeah, it's tough, right? But you know, I also look at this as artists like us who can make music in our houses. You know what I'm saying? From the comfort of our own home, we can create still. You know,
oh
and
yeah, yeah.
that gives and we can put shit out without having to go through labels and fucking A&Rs and this and that.
Real talk.
So in a time like this where everything is held up, ain't nothing holding us up still. You know what I mean? Like
Nah.
we can still create and we can still release our music just the same, right? So while there's going to be a bit of a lag on a lot of the like major industry stuff that's coming out, the do it yourself artists like us are going to have some time to shine, I think. So it's a good opportunity to seize and try to get creative and promote in a way where, I mean, obviously we can't go to fucking clubs and promote and shit. We can't do shows, so we got to get creative and come up with other ways, you know. But it's a good time to do it because we can move so much faster than the industry artists can, because right now for them everything is held the fuck up. They can't do anything, you know.
Yeah. You're absolutely right about that, for real. You got me thinking about some shit, but we're gonna talk about that not on this.
Yeah, no, for sure. We can't get into strategy too deep on the show, man.
Nah, you know, no motherfucker be stealing the sauce.
Yeah, no, we can't be having that. Can't be having that at all. So you said you got new music coming still?
You know, we're gonna play some for you. I'm gonna play some for you. Can we get the laptop and the speaker? Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go in. Hold on. Just gonna change the location.
We about to get an exclusive right here.
Yeah, we're gonna play some exclusive little Nucci. Play anything you want, actually.
It's a good place to go.
Yeah, it is. It's dope. You see that this is where we make break. You feel me?
Ah, okay.
I can't show the whole joint. You already know, but
That's where the magic happened.
yeah, dude, definitely did. All right, you can plug that in for me. I'm just gonna put this on the charger. I don't want it to freeze up. Yeah, I should have went on the MacBook. You should have had this on the MacBook to the iPhone. Then no, I'm in the interview.
What are you guys on right now? Instagram?
No, we're on the app. Hold up.
Yes.
Okay. So, oh, you wanna open the folder?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know you handle that, man. You do that. It's too much.
While they're loading that up, why don't you tell the people where they can find your music and find you on social media and shit?
Instagram for sure. You can find the music on SoundCloud right now. Urban Legend is gonna be out on everywhere. Probably what's today? What's today again?
April 8th?
April 8th. So I think it's the 12th. The 12th. It should be on Spotify, Apple.
Okay. So it's still coming to all the other platforms.
Yeah, because we had some technical difficulties actually.
Okay.
They said the Scarface remake was too dope. That's what somebody in the industry, bro. Somebody on this shit, like one of these gatekeepers, bro. Like, yo,
Yeah,
they're
they're
like,
a pain
nah,
in the
nah,
ass,
nah.
bro. They're a pain
They're
in
like,
the ass.
nah, that can't surface. Nah. We're not having that. That's too much. That's too much money. That's too much sauce.
So it's going to be a different album cover on the new platforms.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
On the major platforms, gonna be different. We're gonna still keep the original on SoundCloud.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, that's good to know, man. So your Instagram, for those who don't know, is at the real Nucci.
Yeah,
and
that's
from there you can find links to Urban Legend.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. You can get into exclusive. Play whatever you want to play. That's cool too.
All right. So
This motherfucking mind featuring Kid Hits, G Knowledge.
Yeah, I love
Yours
this song.
truly. That's that shit, boy. You motherfucker hear that shit. It's that COVID music. I mean, that quarantine music. This how the people feel right now. We mob on these motherfuckers. Like, we mobbing.
I know some niggas who told on guns and they watch on my back while we smoke on blunts. They know this music is one of one and they say I'm the savior like heaven, son. I like my raps in a Jesus piece when the diamonds hitting, they like Jesus please. Solar sound, yeah, we hold it down, keep it coming around, just say that.
And you know,
I swear I'm poor with your vanity.
don't be smoking loud, that's my remedy.
I have a hustle with Beverly.
Gave her the D like my name Patrick Beverly.
I'm still focused on that embellishment. Keep everything going hard with the better me. There's no cutting corners, this ain't carpeting.
Balance on me, always marketing. Every time we step inside the club, bitch, we pop. Just watch this. Every time we step inside the booth, ain't no options. We mob. Yeah. Bitch, we mob and we mob and go.
Whew. Shouts out to Los.
Passing me. Get Cassin Green. Get it.
G Knowledge.
Stacks and weed. Stacks indeed. Pack and tweet. Where my man G at? She's hard.
Check out King Knowledge 905 at King Knowledge 905 on Insta. Shouts out the boy.
Just watch Urban Legend.
Urban Legend out now.
Lead that.
Coming soon to all platforms.
Kid always anchors me, you know, like it's crazy, dog. You gonna find the rest of that shit.
Nothing but heaters.
What do you want? We just keep
Nothing
running
but
it up.
heaters.
With solar cell records, we come on and crush. They pussy, I think it's that time of the month. They push me, I go Super Saiyan at once. We pop, we hot like the end of your blood. Come in the trunk, lock their city up, all with the drums. Hold up, hey, wait. Sitting on niggas that got me to run. She said she an angel, like put me a nun. Don't know how to drip, let me show you how it's done. Hold up. We paid for this shit, we waited too long. My grandma always told me I would sit on the throne, so I dug in the dirt and I found me a rose. Every time we step inside the booth. Come on, say yo every time, man. How do people feel, though? On the mob.
Everybody get out there. Go find Urban Legend. Urban Legend EP, Lil Nucci. Solar Sound Records. Shouts out Kid Hits.
Shooting gang, smoke something.
Yeah.
It's like that, you already know.
Alrighty, bro.
Nucci.
All right. Let's end it on that note, man. I think we're at almost an hour now, so that's a good length. Once again, I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming on.
As always.
And let's get some music in soon, man. We're overdue for sure.
Watch out for that new video.
Yes, look out for all Nucci's new shit. That's at The Real Nucci. Check me at Ezza 905. You can find all my music on my Instagram as well. And watch out for both of us because we're about to take over the goddamn world as soon as this virus is done taking it over. We got next. We got next, right, son. You already know. All right, bro. I love you, man. We're going to talk soon.
God bless.
One love, man. To take a plane to another plane, to another plane, to another plane, bumping back and not nice while I'm trapping in the rain.